2024 Gauss Math Contest, questions 11 to 20. Okay. In the subtraction of the two digits numbers shown, the letter P and Q each represent a single digit. The value of P plus Q is, so let's write it down, a P, Q6, and a 49. So this is a subtraction method. So we need to think of a number that if you subtract it by 6, it gives a 9. So let's add 6 plus 9, which would be 15. That means P would be a 5. And since you need a 15, we're going to bring this 8, and it'll be 7. So that means 7 minus Q is 4. So that means Q would be 3. So P is 5 and Q is 3. So P plus Q means 5 plus 3, which is 8. So the answer is D. Next question. The length of a rectangle is twice its width. The perimeter of the rectangle is 120 centimeters. The width of the rectangle is, okay, so let's draw a rectangle first here. Okay, and so we know that the width, let's say it's X, and the length is twice the width. So we'll put 2x here. And the perimeter is 120, so we'll write it just down here. So now, to find the perimeter, we have to multiply the length and the width by 2 and then add it together. So let's multiply, let's say 2 bracket 2x bracket plus 2x, which is equal to 120. So now let's put it together. 2 times 2, 4x plus 2x, which is equal to 120. So 6x is equal to 120. That means x is equal to 20. So that means the answer would be 8. Next question. Eloise purchased a number of water hand pumps to give to a charity. The mean average price was $85 per water pump. If Eloise spent a total of $765, how many water pumps did she purchase? So if she spent, let's say, $765, and each water pump is 85, we're going to divide it together, which would be 9. So that means Eloise purchased 9 water pumps. So that means the answer is C. Next question. The number 385 has 3 prime factors. The sum of these prime factors is, so let's write down the factors first. We have 1, 5, 7, 11, 35, 55, 77, and 385. Okay. Yes, okay. Now we are going to find the prime factors. So 5 is a prime factor, 7 is a prime factor, 11 is also a prime factor. So now we're going to add them both together. 5 plus 7 plus 11, which would be equal to 5 plus 7 is 12. 12 plus 11 is 23. So the answer would be D. Question number 15. A circle has radius 2. If the radius of the circle is tripled, the area of the original circle divided by the area of the new circle is... So what we're going to do is first we're going to find the area of the original circle. So we need to find the area, which would be pi times r squared, which would be equal to pi times 2 squared. That means pi times 4, which is 12.57. So now we need to find the area of the new circle, which we're going to do the same thing. So pi times 2 times 3 would be 6. 6 squared, which would be pi times 36, which is 113.1. So now we're going to divide both the answers together. So 12.57 divided by 113.1 would be 0.1111. So now in that decimal as a fraction, it would be 1 be 1 over 9. So the answer is C. Next question. Brett and Juanita each have a glass containing 300 milliliters of water. Brett pours half of his water out, and then Juanita pours 20% of her water into Brett's glass. What volume of water is now in Brett's glass? Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna find how much milliliters of water does Brett have after he took out half of his water out. So we're gonna put B here, and we're gonna divide 300 by 2, which would be 150. And now we're gonna find how much milliliters of water does Juanita take out from that 20% of her water. So Juanita equals 20% of her water, which is 300 ml, which is 60. So now we're gonna add these two together, which would be 150 plus 60, which is 210 milliliters of water. So that means the answer is A. Next question. A circular spinner is divided into 12 identical unshaded sections and 3 identical shaded sections, as shown. Each unshaded section is 3 times the size of the shaded section. An arrow is attached to the center of the spinner. The arrow is spun once. What is the probability that the arrow stops in a shaded section? Okay, so we're gonna mark the shaded sections. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 unshaded sections. So we know that 3 of the shaded sections combined is equal to 1 of the unshaded sections. So we're just going to add them as a 1. So there are 12 unshaded sections, and 3 of the shaded sections combined will be equal to 1, so that means 12 plus 1, which will be equal to 13. That means the answer would be 1 over 13, which means it would be D. Next question. The Gauss factory assembles robots. Each robot comes in one of 3 colors, red, blue, or green. Each robot also has a number stamped on its head, 1, 2, 3, or 4. The nth robot assembled is the first robot to have the same color and the same number as a previously assembled robot. What is the greatest possible value for n? So we're going to write down all the numbers that are stamped. 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we're gonna start with the 3 colors. So I'm gonna start with red. So I'm gonna put R for red, and B for blue, and G for green. Now we're gonna continue this as a pattern. So we're gonna do R again, B, G, R, B, G. So we're gonna continue this until we find like the same color in the same column. So again, R, B, G, R. So in column number 1, there are 2 R's, and this is the first color to be in the same column. So that means, so now we're going to count. So there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that means n equals 13 because that takes 13 colors to have the same color in one column. So that means the answer would be C. Okay, question number 19. 5 different integers in the list have a median of 10 and a range of 7. What is the smallest possible integer in the list? Okay, so for this, we're going to, we don't know what the first number is, what the second number is. We know the third number is 10, and we don't know what the fourth number is, and we also don't know what the last number is. The last number cannot be 11 because if this was 11, then there is no number to put over here because it should be an integer, and as it says clearly, different integers. So, what about 12? This can be 12. If this is 12, this is 11, and since the range is 7, 12 minus 7 is 5. So y equals 5. So the answer for question number 19 is B.